All right, we're here with week 6 for EUDL. Last week before playoffs. Everybody makes playoffs, so we'll be back for at least one more battle, but we'll see how seeding goes. I think I'm in for a higher cut, but we'll see what happens. So we're gonna jump into my opponent's team here, like we usually do. So yeah, the first Pokemon that my opponent is gonna have is gonna be Raichu. Raichu is pretty fast and has some good attacking stats, as well as it gets Volt Turn, Fake Out, right? I guess it gets a Volt Switch, Fake Out. Lightning Rod can be useful when I have something like a Togedemaru, which is a pretty solid electric type. But this thing hits pretty hard. Like it can be AV, it can be Life Orb, it can do a lot of stuff. It's pretty fast, and it hits pretty hard as well for low tier. Next pick we have is Ditto. Ditto does the exact same thing it does in every draft. It comes in 9 times out of 10 with a Choice Scarf, copies your Mon, and tries to kill you. Sometimes you'll see like a Resist Berry. I know in the past I ran like Choppleberry Ditto when I was playing in like a Sand team, and I think I brought Habonberry Ditto when I played against a Megazard. But Ditto, it copies the Pokemon. Then we got Double. This thing is somehow the kill leader in the league because it runs the same set of Body Press, Cotton Guard, Substitute every week. And nobody can crack it. But I think I figured it out. I think I'm going to be able to break through it. But we're going to see what happens. But yeah, that's what this thing's gonna do. It gets fluffy, it's really fat, that kind of stuff. Then we got Absol. This thing, its abilities don't really. I guess it gets super luck, right? So you get more crits. Sometimes it'll run Night Slash to combo with that, or like Psycho Cut, because those are high crit rate moves. 130 attack, nothing to laugh at all. And then when you do that with a Sucker Punch, like that's gonna hurt, especially if you catch the right Mon with it. But pretty frail and not super fast, but again, it gets Sucker Punch, so it doesn't really matter too much. Then you got Swanna. This thing is really only fast. It's not super fast, but it just about hits 100, which is a good spot to be, and unfortunately beats out some of my just under 100s, right? Um, it's gonna do your typical water type and your typical flying type stuff, right? It's gonna be Scald, it's gonna be Roost, it's gonna be Ice Beam, all that kind of stuff, right? I don't believe this thing gets any setup, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no, this thing doesn't get any setup at all. So, um, yeah, it's just kind of somewhat bulky, gets Roost, Scald, that kind of stuff. Then you got Roselia. This is actually a really solid Mon. Natural Cure is always a really good ability to have. Really solid special attack stat. Decent bulk when you throw on the Eviolite, and then you get like T spikes, spikes, um, and then also just like good moves like Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb. Like that's gonna hurt. Um, then you got Regice. This thing is just fat, really fat on the special side, decent physical bulk as well. It gets clear body, so you can't, use like Eerie Impulse or whatever to try and kill it. Metal Sound, whatever. But yeah, the way you kill this thing is you blow it up on the physical side or you like toxic stall it. But it obviously gets recovered, right? So it's hard to toxic stall. But I have Rampardos, so I'm fairly confident I can blow it up. Then we got Sableye, who is just so ungodly annoying with Prankster, Will-O-Wisp, T-Wave, Encore, the whole shebang. And then on top of that, gets stuff like Knockoff, gets Nightshade for consistent damage. Like, this thing is just, it does everything annoying you could imagine. A lot of times this thing will be like Rocky Helmet, just to get even more chip leftovers sometimes too. And then Wooper's just here because, you get one extra point, so you pick up something you like. Maybe he uses it for water absorb, but I highly doubt that thing is going to come. So let's jump into my team here. First things first, we have the cure to the double problem, which is a ghost type. Because the only move that double gets to hit me is some reason it gets wild charge. Because, yeah. Um, but I highly doubt he's going to bring that. If he does, kudos to him. But I'm Calm Mind, Roost, and then double dual stabs. I went mental herb because I'm bringing two setup sweepers. Um, well, this one's going to be kind of more sweeper. The other one's kind of more of a breaker, but still two mons with setup moves. And right with Prankster, Encore, Sableye, you really don't want to get caught with that. So we are mental herb if we start setting up Calm Minds, the Sableye comes in to try an Encore, we shrug that off, and then we're able to kill it with like Revelation Dance. But this is mainly here for the double problem. Give me a free Calm Mind. If Sableye comes in, tries to stop it, it's not going to happen. And then we keep the ball rolling. And then we got Cryo. It's just a basic AV Cryo set. Because he has the Raichu and the Roselia and stuff. Like I wanted some good special bulk. And this thing has really good special bulk. I wanted it to be fast, obviously. Knockoff and Rapid Spin are just good utility moves, and then I went Ice Beam, Freeze Dry because Freeze Dry will kill the Swanna, and then Ice Beam is always just good to have on Ice types. We went decent amount of pretty offensive, but also some good special bulk in there for the Raichu. Then we got Banded Togedemaru. This set is faster than modest, or I guess technically adamant Raichu, right? If it's not plus speed, my Togedemaru is faster. I have a good feeling it will be plus speed though, because he wants to have that speed control and he can be faster than my fastest mon, right? And we're here to blow things up, and then if we need to get out of jail free card, we have Nuzzle. Zingzap Ironhead, there's nothing that resists all of that. Right? Um, Oh, I guess Raichu does, but right, we're not using this thing to fight the Raichu. We got other mons to do that. We're just clicking U-turn if the Raichu comes in. Then we have Fion, who I don't know if I mentioned, but I made some swaps on my team. I switched Firo for Fion and Politoed for Quilladin because I was tired of having a Terra Captain that couldn't use Terra Blast. So we are or I guess Take Heart set. Um, Went for enough speed to be faster than I believe it was Absol. Yep. And then we're Terra fighting because he has a lot of mons that are weak to fighting, and also it gives us ways to hit stuff like Regice, which is going to be a hard thing to break through on the special side. And then we're Surf and Ice Beam because good moves to have. And then we have Rampardos. We opted for Choice Scarf this week. And then just some attacking moves to hit his Pokemon. Superpower if in a pinch I need to break through that double, but I have no clue what's going to happen with that. We had to go Jolly to be faster than the Raichu, but again, we'll see what happens. And then last but not least is just a Eviolite Marshtomp. Liquidate, EQ, Stealth Rock Roar, Fizz Def. I think I've brought this set maybe with a different EV invest, but this set many a time. So that's going to be the team for a week. And we'll jump in the battle when we jump in the battle. We'll see you then.